Good morning.
Good morning, Roger. How the heck are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Fantastic. Then we've gotten all that out of the way. We're back. We're back to everybody out there that's been waiting, dare I say, with bated breath. But maybe, I don't know. We took a little bit of a hiatus, and we have we can go ahead and date this. I don't care, Roger, because I think we should we're going to talk more about it later. I'm thinking about doing something more specifically attributed to it. But just for now, since the last time we've recorded, both Roger and I have finally met face to face, and you were just as beautiful as I thought you were, sir.
Oh, ooh, you have a strange sense of beauty then.
Well, we did get together at the Great Campaigns of the American Civil War at the battlefield, an excellent event organized by Mr. Kenneth Lee, and we hope to get together with him and discuss some other things in a future date. But it was wonderful. We had the opportunity to spend, or I did at least, spend 3 days of excellent gameplay with some new to me friends and some people that I've known for years, just virtually, of course. And we got to play through Battle Above the Clouds. We specifically played through the Siege of Chattanooga, but there were all sorts of one-off little scenarios being played. There were new games for new players, and of course the Mason-Dixon Cup, which was won by the Southern forces in this one. And of course we got to spend an amazing, and again, I only got to do one, but there was an amazing battlefield tour of the Chickamauga and Chattanooga battlefield areas with David Powell, a renowned expert on these. So if you get an opportunity to take one with him, do so. It was unbelievably good and very detailed and just totally enriching. And if you've never been to Chickamauga before, it was my first time, and I had an amazing experience. Roger, what happened for you? You were there the whole week, so you had an even
Yeah,
better experience.
yeah, I got to play the Chickamauga campaign. I lost, of course. But yeah, we got to meet just so many different people. Great field trips. If you don't get a chance, definitely keep your eye on that. If you're not a part of the Facebook Great Campaigns, please join that because that's where probably you're going to information from Ken Lee is going to post for whatever he's planning on next year. But definitely make the effort because Dave Powell is a tremendous guide. He's written I don't know how many books on Chickamauga and Chattanooga, and we also had Mark Greenwood, one of the attendees there, organized a great tour of the campaign, which was just the terrain there, as we were all commenting on, who saw that Lookout Mountain terrain. The penalty should be significantly worse. Just driving it was an interesting experience. So everybody should try to attend one of those. I know it's hard, especially if you're on the West Coast or across the ocean, but definitely keep your eye on those events if you can make it because it's just a fabulous experience. It's my second one. I got to go to the Monocacy battlefield last year in Frederick, Maryland, and that was really fun too. So yeah, it's great to see you, Patrick. It's just as everyone points out, the picture you have up there doesn't match the way you look today. Of course, the picture I have doesn't match the way I look today either. So, but it was fabulous to meet you and had a great
Well,
time.
thank you. And as I told you, I snore. I mean, I couldn't warn you anymore. So,
I didn't. That wasn't a problem. That was not an issue at all. Of course, there was. These are the one thing I will say. At my age, those got to be some pretty long days. In fact, there was one day I had to bail on the gaming, because I was so tired at 6 o'clock that I just went upstairs, went to my room, fell asleep, woke up about 1 o'clock in the morning, and I was hungry. But thankfully, I had a little bit of steak in the room and was able to make it to the next day to breakfast.
by the end of the Chickamauga battle, around at about 4 or 5 o'clock, we're like, okay, yeah, I don't know how they did this for real. We're just walking it, and they're in
Oh
the
yeah,
stress of battle, and it caught up to you by the end of the day. You're like, okay, I'm ready to go back to the hotel. Yeah.
I get into air conditioning, get some hydration. But yeah, great
And
experience.
again,
Definitely.
thanks to Ken for organizing such an amazing
Oh
event.
yes,
And next year, if you are interested at all, and as Roger pointed out, there are a couple different ways, but primarily through the Facebook group, you can keep tabs on it. And I believe the current plan is for Antietam next year. So the Sharpsburg,
that's correct.
Antietam,
That's right. That's right.
and the environs thereabout. So that will be, and he usually caps it at about 25 or 30 people, so you want to the FOMO is real. So it is possible if you lag too long, then you may miss your spot on it. So I'm going to definitely try because Antietam is my favorite, and I really want to get there next year. And I know Roger's a good roommate, so that's great.
Was I?
You were, you
I was
were.
wake. I was waking you up in the morning. You gotta go.
Let's go.
I'm just kidding, everybody.
Well, we are back at it, and I literally had to review. I know he and I tried last week, but it didn't work out so well, so we put it off for another week. We took the full month off, but we are back with Thunder on the Mississippi. This is now session 3 of the Scenario 12 campaign game, and we have literally left things. We have one little teeny tiny correction we're going to address here momentarily, but I had to wind my brain back and try to remember all the things. What was I doing? And that's true of any campaign game. I'm sure if you put it on the table and you leave it and the cats don't bother it, if you're soloing this, well, there's a chance that you may have a few weeks intervening and you won't you won't remember what it is you were trying to set up. And that's exactly what's going on here. But here is the state of things as we've got it. Just review the time. We are on turn 9 now, or starting turn 9 for this one, and we have rolled the random event, which is late rain. So on double 2s or double 3s, then rain will occur as normal, but it's not the same significant amount of rain that would prevent entrenching or bridge building, so it's just a movement impediment that will happen until the end of the turn. We do still have major rivers unfordable all the way out to next turn, which is going to be a problem for me. And we are coming up on our second strategic cycle here in turn 10, so I don't know if we'll get all the way through that today, but possibly. What else? Any other thoughts, Roger, before we kind of dive into this?
Let's dive in. I have not really reviewed things, so double check anything that I do for rules, violations, etc., etc. Hopefully, I won't make too many. Going over everything again here. So yeah, this is going to be fun. I don't know what we're going to do either. So you've stretched out. Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, the only correction that we had, and thank you to folks that had pointed out, and it actually occurred, I guess, earlier somewhere in the turns of session 2, but by the time it was brought to our attention, I've rolled it back. I've taken the first Mississippi. Roger had put him over farther
wrong.
east in Copia County, but he actually comes in Claiborne County. So I brought him off map to where he would approximately come in. So I figure we can either call that a delay, or if you want to move him, I think he had moved a total of 15, but I don't know how far you want to move him anyway off onto the map. So if you want to just start him from here, that's cool, but either way, I'm willing to give you
Let's start him from there.
Okay.
Let's start him from there. He'll be, at the moment, he's kind of blocked in, I believe, so.
And I don't know at what point my cavalry started to arrive to take those points.
Yeah, so it'd be hard to figure that out. So let's just delay him for now.
I think that was the only one. Everything else was pretty good. I was surprised myself. Like, oh, we're doing all right on this one. Okay. Strategically, Grant has made a beachhead across Grindstone Ford suspension bridge. He's got Carr, who's still in lack of supply, and Oster, who's guarding the rear. Crocker still facing off against Barton, and McPherson has transferred over to, again, a very lean and hungry Logan. So I've got a turn to kind of figure out what to do with them. But Sherman has made decent progress over here through the Windsor Indian Mound, and he's got some plan, question mark. And, we'll see what we got going on here. Do you, I presume you're probably just in a wait and see, and much will depend on initiatives, of course.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I think that's delay as much as I can until I can figure out what to do or what you're up to. Just also, I'll just throw out there and I'm going to start working on this week. I did get 3 days in Vicksburg. That's where I've been. And the terrain there is pretty incredible. And I don't think my pictures are going to do this Los terrain justice. It's really rugged. I was just amazed at it. And we weren't able to visit everything because it's actually some of it's flooded right now because of the spring melt.
Oh, well, that makes sense, yeah.
But I got to spend, it was just some of the old, you can still see a lot of the entrenchments around Vicksburg have been preserved at the battlefield there. So it's really, really incredible. But yeah, I'm ready to go. Hopefully, I don't know. We'll see I don't know if I want rain or not.
Right? Well, we'll figure it out together. So let's go through. I'm going to pull up the normal stuff here. Not that. We've done our random events phase, leader transfer phase. Let me look around here. Let's see. The major rivers are unfordable at the moment. I think I'll leave McPherson there with Logan. And Grant and McLaren will stay there. And of course, I'm going to keep Sherman where he is, so I don't have any.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, he can get to Stevenson. So I'll move him over to Stevenson.
Oh no!
Yeah, I'll put the fear of God in you. Sure. That's it for me.
Okay. Well, let's see what do we got. Attachments. I don't think I had anything of substance. So, do you have any attachments that you'd like to roll up?
Yeah, we did get a clarification. I can't remember if we were able to.
We did.
Mention this the last time that we can attach named regiments. The restriction is for named brigades only. So I could do the 1st Missouri Dismounted if I wanted to, but I won't at this time. I'll leave him unattached.
Okay, yeah. So you could roll him into the brigade for green, right?
For green, I could, yeah. And it's just one of those little attempts to clarify something. Muddied the waters a little bit, I think, in the rules.
Well, I think you had done it correctly, and then there was some concern, so we rolled it back in the last video for session 2. But it is potentially, if you want to put that regiment in there, that's fine. But
yeah, I'm going to leave him out for now.
Okay.
It's a question of, was the second sentence clarifying the sentence before it, or was it a standalone sentence? That was the problem, and it turned out to be just one of those things. Okay, yeah, that's all I'm going to do. So that's the leader attachment.
Okay.
Action cycle. Wow. Okay.
All right. I will let you do the honors, sir, with our first initiative. Remember, 2 2 3 will give us rain, and of course, low ties will still be the Union, and high ties, 4, 5s, and 6, will be Confederate. And I think double ones will end the turn, right? Where 6 or later, both 1. The Union player rolls a die, and if it's an unmodified 1 or less, so the modifier would be minus for rain, heat, or possible rain, right? So we currently have a minus roll if that happens.
So we have to keep track of that.
Yeah.
Okay. And our reinforcements come in. We add a fatigue, and they come in where the book tells us to.
Right.
Okay. So here's my initiative. That's mine, Confederate. Well, I think I don't want to see all those guys get trapped. Great golf. So Boland's can activate green in the 1st Missouri Dismounted. Here's his movement. So that's a 4. I'll move 1st Missouri Dismounted first. Because there are 1, 2, 3, and 4. And they'll go 1, 2, 3, and 4 to there. Initiative. That's yours.
I had not expected that.
I just didn't like the fact that they could get trapped there.
Well, that changes what I was going to do. But that's okay.
Actually,
that's all right.
We're +1, -1 on manpower losses, right? It's not.
It's just simple +1, -1. Yep.
Even so, I still think getting those guys out of there.
Yep. Well, I guess it is now time then to see what Sherman can do. So Sherman is going to take steel, and he's going to add 2 fatigues. And I'm going to exercise my capability to attempt a bridge in the action cycle. So we're going to try to build it from steel across the Bayou Pierre there. And if I remember my modifications here, my modifiers, let's see, we get, it's a straight -1 for the Union because it's Thunder on the Mississippi. That's easy. It is a +2 because it's a major river. And it's another +1 because it's currently unfordable. And then I think if you've got your book handy, I don't know that there's any. It's +0 because there are. Actually, no, it's +1 because there are two pieces of road. They're just not connected by a natural ford or anything. So there's +1 there. That's ugly. So I see 4 positive and 1 negative, so it's a +3, which means I need to roll a 1 or a 2 to be successful. If I've done my math, my ciphering correct, because it's 5 or less to successfully build a bridge.
Yep,
Major roof.
+3 and 5 or less. Yeah, it's a +3. Yep.
Okay. So on a 1 or a 2, that bridge is built. Here we go. No. The opposite of bridge building. All right. We wait. That's fine. That's one of the 2 attempts that I can make. So here's our next initiative. It's high ties. That's yours.
I've got a reinforcement. Greg. He's coming in. Now he is coming in Copiah County. So I'm going to bring him in. It says here I can bring him in on hex 5821. It's going to gain a fatigue. And I can bring him. He may place a railroad marker on it. I'll immediately move by rail. He can go up to 40 hexes. Let's take him all the way to 40. 41, 40, 31, 32, 33, 34, 36, 37, 38, 39. Guess I'll leave him at Clinton. Initiative. That's mine again. Wow, we're doubles, but 10 or less. Okay, so that was 6. So yeah, I'll take the 27th Alabama. He's going to gain a fatigue. And he's going to have he's got a railroad marker. I'll roll initiative and I'll see if I can find it. If not, I'll just move him. It's mine, so I'll just move him. So he's going to go 1, 2, 16 is there. 16 is 2. Initiative. Possible. No, you haven't had an initiative yet.
Yes, I have.
Yep. Oh, you have. So it's possible end of turn.
Yep. So I roll, and it's a negative to this. So if it's a 1 or less, the turn will end. So here's the roll. So turn ends prematurely. Okay. Well, boo. But that means I get to do some other things. So then let's go through the next step here, which is, of course, recovery. And before I hit the recovery button, I've got some foraging to attempt. Let's see. And bridge building. So I'll do the foraging first. It's going to be Carr and Logan. So I'll start with Carr over here. And I believe to forage, I need a 1 or 2. And they have nothing there. And late rain. Late rain adds +1. If the current random event is heat, extreme heat, rain, late rain. So, boo! All right.
Oh, so it doesn't matter that it hasn't happened.
It was the threat of rain because we don't want to go out in the clouds. It's scary.
Okay.
So Carr needs a natural 1. No. And then Logan needs a natural 1. No. Okay. Those were the only 2 I still had. And now Dennis is going to, I'm going to give him a fatigue, and he is going to attempt to build a bridge across here. So I think the only modifiers there for the pontoon are, it is a +2 because it's major. And it is currently unfordable, so that's +1. And then -1 for the Union advantage. And I don't, this actually has a full natural crossing, so it's a +0 because it is going over an existing ferry or whatever. So I just see a +2 final modifier. Okay, so I need a 50-50 on this one, 1, 2, or 3. And we do. Okay, so pontoon bridge achieved. Well, that's something. Better than the poke in the eye. All right, anything else? I don't think so for me. Do you have anything on yours before I hit the recover button?
I believe we'll see if the recover button accomplishes this. Both Baldwin and Wall's Texas Legion are in Warren County, so they can
Okay.
entrench.
Yeah. So
So let's see if they do
we're
entrench.
gonna assume that Alberto's fantastic module work. So I'm gonna hit the Sunshine Recover, and they do. Well done, Alberto. Okay.
Oh, that's sweet.
All right. And you. Oh, I didn't even get my third Illinois out in time. No, that's a bummer. That's fine. And then I've got more cavalry coming this time. But more importantly, turn 10, I have wagons arriving. So we're going to try to bring the beans and bullets to them. Let's see. We did that. We don't have strategic cycle. Turn indication is done. And pontoons are done. Turn marker move forward. So it's now time for our first random event for the next turn. I guess I will take this one. So we are on May 5th to the 31st. Here is our event. 10. Heat! Boo!
Heat. Okay, let's see what that is.
Bloody heat. And some of the other things I learned from talking to Mark were that if I go onto the turn track and I right click, I can say place heat, and it will place heat on that day for me. So again, thank you, Alberto. These are wonderful little additional things.
So add one to all extended dice. So it's just an add one to extended dice rolls.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
for both of us. Okay.
All right, so that's easy. Leader transfers. Let's see. So Major River still not fordable. I feel like McPherson could be doing better work over here. No, I just don't like Loring sneaking around up there. So McPherson will stay there. Everybody else, good.
Yeah, I don't have anybody to move either. So I'm good.
Okay, well, let it never be said that I'm not trying to advance towards Grand Gulf, as so many prognosticators have said. You know, Patrick, you got to take Grand Gulf by 10. And I'm like, I know, I'm trying.
Yeah, I saw that. It's like,
I have a terrible corps of engineers here, and whatever you're gonna do. And it almost rained, but it didn't. It just ended early. Okay, so let's move on. We no attachment unless you'd like to do your attachment now that they're out of harm's way.
no,
Oh, okay.
no, I'll keep them separate there for now.
I'm just gonna offer that forever to you.
See, I thought Steele had a really good chance. I thought he had like a 50-50 chance of building his bridge. That's why I
Yeah.
told those guys out.
Yeah. It's the
I-
extra that extra oomph for the unfordability,
Yeah.
Oh well.
I envisioned Sherman getting to there, and that would have been bad.
Well, today is
okay.
another day, so we can always try that again. All right. Well, then here is our first initiative. That's yours.
Okay. Well, sir, what do I want to try to do here? Logan is still out of supply, eh?
Yep. And this is bad. He's got to get it. And it's going to be hard again this time because it's hot.
All right.
Like Africa hot.
How frisky do I want to get there? I don't think I want to get that frisky. I'll have Bowen activate his 3 units there. 1st Missouri dismounted, and green. Here's their movement. 6. Bowen will stay with green. 1st Missouri go first. He's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. That's clear. 5, 6. 1st Missouri smaller will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to there. These guys will just go 1 to there. Actually, can I bring the 1st Missouri dismounted back down to Bowen? I'll just move those guys together. Initiative. That's yours.
I don't know that I can tarry any longer, so I'll have McLernan activate Hovey and AJ Smith. And they're going to move 6. Hovey and McClelland will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. AJ Smith will go 1, 2, 3. He's going to park right there. All right, initiative. That's yours.
Will Loring activate Featherstone and Tillman? Here's their movement. 8. Loring will stay with Featherstone. He'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tillman will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to there. Initiative. That's mine. Take Baldwin. 1 and 2. Initiative. That's yours.
Okay, I'll take a crack at it here. McClellan will activate Hovey to march. Here is movement +1. 4. It's Los. Dang it. Okay. Let's see. If I were to make the attack now, it'd be a normal attack. I don't have odds. It's just tactical. Just tactical. And it potentially will come down on
A die roll for
artillery. So it might be an even attack. Boy, that's terrible. All right, we're going to march in place. Initiative. It's yours.
Take Baldwin or Buford, I'm sorry, again. It's just going to go 1, 2 to there. Initiative. Well, that's mine. High ties. Take Cockrell. It's his movement. 3. 1, 2, 3. Initiative. That's yours.
I will have Dennis march. Here's movement. 5. He's simply going to cross the river and stand guard. Initiative. Yours.
Dennis doesn't have a leader at this point.
Yeah, he's over there with McPherson.
Oh, McPherson. Okay.
Yeah. They got all kinds of scribbled orders, like build a bridge. What? I don't know. Okay.
Take the 27th Alabama. He's just going to cross over to Coker's Ferry. Initiative. That's nothing.
Yeah, it's low ties. That's mine.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll have AJ Smith march. Movement. 5. Go 1, 2, and 3 to there. Initiative. Mine. Alright. We will attempt an assault with Hovey. Because we're going to just be stupid. Assault attempt. That becomes a 4. And
that's good.
That's good for him. Cool. Alright. And then we're going to call for a grand assault. And it does not come off because it adds 1. Alright, so we're just going in with Hovey on the 2nd Missouri. So we get a +1 assault, +2 tactical, and then we have 1, 2, 3, 4 hexes, 5 hexes, 6 hexes covered, but these 4 are going to come off, so it's just a +1.
Yes.
So final flank a +1, and then you get a die roll for artillery. It is used. Okay. So I see 4 up and 1 down. So assault, tactical, final flank, minus artillery. So 4 up, 1 down, +3.
3. Yes, that's what I see.
Okay. Here's a +3 attack. We get him out of there.
So that's a
+2.
+2 result.
+2 result. Okay.
I'm a 2, so nothing right off the top.
Right.
Do's my entrenchments.
And what do I have for on 10?
Pick up
I will lose a manpower.
pick up 3 fatigues, and I flip to disorganize. Now, I think I'm going to lose 1 manpower on the retreat.
Yes. This one's -1,
Either way.
and this is -1 either way.
Yeah. And then I'd have to go again. There would be another manpower loss. So I'm going to go there, lose a manpower.
Okay.
And
Our
that's
first
1,
blood is struck.
2. So I've done my 2 retreats. Now I could go 3 to there because I can't go closer, right?
Right.
That'd be closer.
Right. The rest would be that's equal. You could still do that. So you could do that.
Oh, I could still do that? Okay.
With much ballyhoo and fanfare, we'll take Grand Gulf. There you go, people. I did it by 10.
So we both lost a manpower.
We both,
on
yes. Yeah, I'm at 4 and you are at 1.
That.
Okay. I think that is all I need to do about that. I took a manpower off of him and reduced him. Yes. And flipped. Okay. Initiative. That's high ties. That's yours.
Take 2nd Missouri. Here's his movement. He goes 5.
This is known as the skedaddle.
And now this is a +1 because it's heat to extended march. Plus he's going to 4.
+2, yep.
Which is another +1, so +2.
Marched him to
6
death.
Gone.
Vicious.
But he doesn't count for manpower.
That does not. That's so gamey, Roger. Come on.
Well, I was hoping to get him out of there if we were +2. And I mean, if it had been not heat, he'd have made it. But they were exhausted, tired, and out of ammo. So, initiative. That's mine. Well, I don't think there's anything I want to try to do about that, is there? Take cockerel again. Wow, cockerel. Just gonna do.
As you said, it's hot.
1 and 2 to there. Initiative. That's yours.
Okay. I believe I have some housekeeping work to do here with reinforcements. So I can put them into Grand Gulf now then, because I own that. So let's do that. Let's bring on, and they do get a fatigue for this. So open this one, and I'm going to bring the 3rd Illinois on now. And they get a fatigue, and they arrive at Grand Gulf. Initiative. High ties, that's yours.
I wish these guys could entrench. They cannot.
That would be too easy.
It would be too easy. Thanks.
I'll activate Dennis to 2. Movement 3. I'll just go 1 and 2 to there. Initiative. Yours if you'd like.
I'll pass again.
Okay. I'll bring another unit on. I think I've got. Where are you? I do. Bring the 4th Iowa on. Hey! There we go. They will go into Grand Gulf. Initiative. Yours, presume pass?
Yes.
All right. I think I will. We'll have Tuttle March activated by Sherman. His movement +1. That's about right. 1, 2. keep them there. Initiative. Let's see. Mine again. I just noticed that until the end of this strategic cycle, I still have my EM bonus, so that would offset the heat a little bit. That helps. I will have McClernand activate A.J. Smith. Here is his movement, +1. Excellent movement. Alright, we have an extended march of +1 for heat, +1 for union, that's 2, and then -1 for the strategic bonus I'm getting right now, I think. So that just brings it to a +1. So here's extended march. He's okay. And we're not transferring, of course. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 to there. Initiative. Yours.
Pick Baldwin. Here's his movement. 6. He's going to lose his entrenchments.
Oh no! They were beautiful!
Go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to there. Initiative.
There we go.
Possible end of turn.
So rolling this -4 to this roll, it's a 2. We proceed.
Oh, yeah.
Let's look at the wagon trains. If in turn 10 or later the wagon holds initiative, and at least one wagon train occupies the wagon train available box, it does. I can choose one wagon from his box and place it on the map on its normal side with an organized strength marker and a 4 supply points. Must be placed in a landing hex with or without a depot. And the hex must be occupied by a Union unit. Okay, well, that's clearly indicative of Grand Gulf. I'm going to place a wagon with 4 strength or 4 supply points in Grand Gulf. Okay, there's a wagon. So we'll take a wagon A and bring it out. Maximum of 2 wagons may be placed on any map per turn. Okay. That contains only 1 wagon may be placed in that hex in the current turn. Okay, so I don't have a depot, so this is the one I get. And I cannot activate the wagon in the activation segment. Initiative. Mine again. I'm going to have Tuttle march again, with activated by Sherman. Movement. 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Go meet the boats. Initiative. That's yours.
The terrain here is terrible. Terrible, terrible. Well, Stevenson activate all 3 of his brigades. What they do depends on this die roll. Well, that's what I was hoping for. Stevenson will transfer to A.W. Reynolds. So I'll go 1, 2, 3, 4 to there. Taylor will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yep.
Tracy will just go 1 to there. Initiative. That's yours.
I will have the 3rd Illinois Cavalry March. Here's movement straight up. Come on. 1, 2, 3. Initiative. It's mine again. Alright. 3rd Illinois again. Movement. Yeah, that's terrible. So +2, so +1 net on fatigue or an extended march. It's okay. It's just gonna go there. Initiative. Low tie, that is mine. So I have 4th Iowa march. Movement. The horses are seasick, sir. 1, 2. Initiative. Yours.
Okay, so you got 5 there now.
Yeah.
That means it's no point in me bringing that guy down. So I'm not going to get a ratio. So I guess my best shot, if I want to try to do something, is now. So we'll attempt an assault Stevenson with Taylor and Reynolds on the stack next to them, obviously. Slow terrain, so there's a +1 to this die roll.
Right.
So it comes off. So this is, type's going to be a +1. Tactical is going to be a +2. 10 to 5, so I still have a ratio of +1.
Because horses suck.
And you have 3 artillery pieces to my 2 in Los is a -1, so you get a die roll to see if artillery is used.
On even it's used, it's not used.
So the final is going to be a +4. So I see type, tactical, and ratio.
Yep.
Okay, so here we go. It's a 9.
Here's defense.
Wow.
+8. Hey, there's your mush award for today.
Yeah.
Wowzers. It wasn't always like this, was it? Was it? Was it? Yeah, okay. So I got 5 in there, and you got a +8, so it's 2 DR. So I have
PDR.
2 DR, 5, okay, and they're double demoralized, so we're just going to make the 3rd Illinois evaporate. That's 1. And take another one from Dennis. He takes 1, flips, demoralize twice, and goes all the way out, and I give you 2 more. 1, 2. And he has to go running all the way back. 1, 2, 3, 4 to the Grand Gulf. The hex is yours, sir. Well done. Because horses suck.
We'll take the hex. Initiative. It's mine. I believe I have to stop the hex to destroy a bridge. Is that correct?
Yes, you must end movement there.
I'd better go ahead and do that. Make your life a little harder.
Oh no, the dice are doing that fine.
Yeah. I don't think, do I want to take Ingleside? Cut off AJ Smith up there. No, I don't like that. Might get me in trouble. So I'll take Taylor. Here's his movement. Plenty of movement. Here's Taylor's extend. Stevenson will stay where they are. Here's his extend +1 for heat. It's okay. He's going to go 1, 2, stop there and destroy that bridge.
I'll take it there. Boop.
Okay.
Back to there. Thanks, Dennis. It was great. Briefly.
Initiative. That's yours.
You did not take the opportunity, so I am going to. AJ Smith goes to 4. Here's movement. Great movement. And here's net plus, see, 4. Union heat, that's +3. Down 1, so +2. +2 on extend. All right, AJ Smith. Clutch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to there. Initiative. That's yours.
I didn't like the idea of getting, thought that was getting a little too over my skis on that. If I put him where you went, or if I tried to swing up there. Or what could happen next turn. I'll bow and activate green in the 1st Missouri dismounted. So 5. So I could just go cross country, couldn't I? Time to do that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, same difference. Initiative. That's yours.
I'm going to bring another wagon on. So bring wagon B. I'm going to place him in Bruinsburg.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah. So he can supply the southern Bayou Pierre forces. All right, initiative. That's mine again. All right. You taking that. Really that just put a fly in the ointment for the whole day. I will go ahead and have Steele do his attempt at bridge building. It's going to be the same, I think, as last time. So 1 or a 2. So I'm going to give him 2 fatigues. And See if you can get it. A 1 or a 2, bridge is built. No. Still the opposite of bridge building. Initiative. Possible end of turn, so a -4 to this roll. No, we keep going. They're pressing on. So it's mine. Yeah, they're working hard. They're just making no progress at all. These pontoons go on land, right, sir? Shut up. All right. Uh, yeah, I'm reticent to do anything because I'm stretched thin here, and you've been resurgent. So I'm gonna pass. I'm gonna pass. I got everybody on the board that I can. I got supply wagons, and we're just gonna have to see what happens here.
I guess I'll move to 20th Mississippi somewhere. And go 9. I'll go 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to there. Initiative. That's mine. Okay, he's there. He's there. Drake's there, but he's exhausted. I'm going to pass, I guess.
Looking things over
Yep.
again. Yeah, I think I'm going to pass as well. It's too hot today. We're not getting anything accomplished. So I'm going to... I don't have no bridges. I'm going to try some foraging. So Carr will go first. And he needs a natural 1. Here's his roll. Hey! Alright, Carr! You found it. You found the oats somewhere. So they're back in supply. Then, more importantly, Logan, you need a natural 1. No. Okay. Well, only 1 at the end of supply. That's fine. So, let's go through our process here.
What we do.
So, we're going to hit recovery first. The exceptional sunshine. Everyone has recovered. Good. We don't have a Vicksburg siege phase, clearly. And now it's time for the strategic cycle. So, strategic segment. Let's see what that strategic event is. We got some possibilities here, so why don't you do the honors for us?
Strategic segment is okay, just one table. 7, which is Union extended march bonus or French arrives early.
Okay, well, we keep that extended march bonus. Not that we're marching hard, but that's fine. Okay. Then we have Union Depot. Okay. Depot placement. All right. Placed and must be occupied by Union infantry or cavalry. Check. Number of depots is a strict limit. There may never be more than 2 on the map at a given time. Also, a given county may never have more than 1. Okay, so I have possibilities of Claiborne County, right, where I am with Grand Gulf. So if I put 1 in Grand Gulf, everybody in Claiborne is in supply, but oh, look who's not in there. That's McPherson. Okay. So allowable locations, Grand Gulf is one of them. Check. So I can just place 1 in Grand Gulf. So I've done my depot placement. Let's see, what's next? Supply status. Well, now I check my supply, so if I'm reading this correctly, any infantry unit that's in a county with a depot is in supply. Supply status in counties occupied by a depot. All Union infantry...
Straightforward. Yeah, okay.
Good.
I figured you needed some sort of path, but I guess not.
No, I need it for the wagons. That's what's more challenging. So I'm glad I have the wagons on board, but I thought the Bayou Pierre, because you don't always look at the labels, Matt Boy. I thought it separated 2 different counties, but that's clearly farther east. So that actually worked out okay. All right. So the one that is out of supply is poor Logan, because he is in Copia County. So he, being out of supply then, is going to, already out of supply, is going to lose, it's a value 5 or less. Oh, no, it's a 6 or more. It's reduced by 2! Hooray! Yikes. Okay, so he's going to lose 2 manpower. Check, check. But that does not count for VP. Okay, so I think that's the only one that's affected. Because everybody else
okay.
is in supply now.
That's what happens when you don't read the rules. I just assumed you needed to have some sort of supply path, which is why I destroyed that bridge.
Right, right. Yeah, no, that's the you need a 10 hex path for the wagons. But all right, I thought I needed like county control or something, which
Yeah, that's what I thought too. Okay. That's what happens, guys. Read the rules.
it fine.
Because I went to
It's
move.
all.
I guess destroying that bridge was still
Oh, it
helpful. I mean,
was,
it's
it
going to
was,
make it.
because it puts so much more pressure on Sherman to just get something open over here. I gotta coalesce these forces. It's just killing me. All right, let's see what we got here. Supply status is done. Vicksburg, no. Vicksburg, no. Manpower adjustment.
Manpower adjustment
Okay,
segment.
that's well, starting
Okay.
with me. I roll a die and I look at the table. Okay, so here
Okay.
I guess I'll do Union first since I'm here.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
Here's the die roll. 5. Okay,
Which is what?
so let's look at the modifiers. No besiege. My manpower losses are 6, so I've not got a plus on any of that. So it looks like I I lose. I lose 2 MVP. Killing me, Smalls.
Oh.
Wow.
So no plus to come at.
And it may be applied to out of supply units. Okay, so I have to lose 2 manpower value from somewhere. All right, I'm going to take them off of Steel and Tuttle because they're fat. So he's going to come down 1, and he's going to come down 1. All right, that's mine. And back to you.
I pick up 1 manpower. And I guess it makes the most sense. I think where the action is, so I guess I'll add it to green. That's where there's potential for combat at the moment, I think. Okay, is that it for that?
I believe that is. So, yeah, so you added it,
Yeah.
and there's no army relief, there's no army of maneuver, and no reorganization that I'm aware of at this point.
What is Confederate reorg? Is that when I turn 20?
Okay.
That's a ways away.
So then we're ready for Vicksburg has not surrendered. It's not the end of game, and we just check to make sure that the time marker moved on. It did. So now we are on turn 11, May the 10th. So I think we need a random event. So
Yep, we do.
I will give us a random event here for this. 2 dice. 5 Union.
Water crisis.
There is, yeah. Previous turn had late rain, or no. So we got a water crisis. Great.
Okay, so what's that mean? I think I remember that from a scenario. At the start of the turn indication phase of the current turn, each infantry unit that does not occupy a hex containing at least 1 creek, minor creek, or major river hex side is flipped to its disorganized side. If it is already disorganized, its manpower value is reduced by 1.
Brutal. Just infantry. Okay, so going through it, Tuttle's good, Sherman's good, Carr and Osterhaus are good, Crocker's good, and of course Logan's good, but AJ Smith is not good, so he will flip disorganized.
Yeah, just the one guy.
Yeah, but that's still terrible. I needed him to be full strength, so he will flip to that. Okay. All right, well, just gets better and better. So leader transfers. Yes, I will bring Grant and out to AJ Smith. Sherman will go to Tuttle. And I will leave McPherson where he is. So that's it for me.
McClernand. Okay. Let's see. Tactical. Fritz for Loring. He'll go to Buford and Hillman. That's it for me. I'll leave everybody else where they are. I got a bunch of guys available now, don't I?
Attachments? Do you want to do any attachments?
I guess it's kind of silly to keep messing with this first Missouri dismounted, so we'll roll him into green. Green goes up to 5. 2 artillery pieces. And that's it for me.
Okay. Why don't you give us the first initiative roll?
It's yours.
Okay. Well, I think we fooled around with Logan on his little expeditionary failure march. So we're going to activate him with McPherson. Here is movement 3. So 1, 2, 3. Initiative. It's yours.
I'll activate Taylor with Stevenson. He could go the, well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Discretion is the better part of valor, I think. I could swing around, take back 4th Iowa, and get the next initiative, get the grand assault. That's not going to happen. Initiative. That's yours. That's why I didn't do that.
Alright. I will have Steel attempt a bridge. So he'll get 2 fatigues. As we've said. Oh! Well, luckily the rivers have receded. So
Yep.
now I think it's just a +2. So let's see. Major river plus that's 2. There's not a direct connection, that's 3. But I get an advantage. So yeah, +2 to this roll. So on 1, 2, or 3, I'll get it. 50-50. I get it. Thank God. Oh boy. I've never wanted a bridge so badly. Okay, so we will put that bridge, Major River. Alright, but he does not get to advance across the bridge, which is a pain, but that's alright. Initiative. That's low ties, that's mine.
Excellent idea. Me not doing what I thought about doing.
Here, I'm going to have Sherman march Tuttle, and I'm going to leave a sub behind. Here's movement +1, 6. Okay, perfect. So from the HQ, we drop our sub. I'm going to leave 2 behind. 1, 2. And I'll leave 1 piece of artillery there. Guard the wagons and the port. And we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4 to there. Initiative. That's yours.
I like how this is turned out. So Stevenson's going to activate Taylor and Reynolds. Taylor will need an extend march. Here's their movement. It's 3. Stevenson will stay with Reynolds. Taylor will go first. Here's his extend. He's okay. He's going to go 1, 2, 3. These guys will just go 1, 2 to there. Initiative. That's mine. Move Cockrell. Go 3, 2, 3 there. Initiative. That's yours.
Let's have Sherman activate Steel and Tuttle. Steel will need an extended march. Here's movement +1, 3. Okay. He's going to transfer to Steel. And Steel's is now a +2 -1 because it's fatigue 3, exhausted, Union. That's the 2. Then I get my bonus, so +1 net. And a flip. Alright, so we will go 1, 2, and 3, and then Tuttle just follows behind. 1, 2, and 3. Initiative. That's yours.
Need to bring Cockrell up. Boy, Cockrell. 1, 2. Initiative. That's yours.
Alright, I will have Wagon B march Here's movement 5. And I think they're supposed to have a strength attached to him, but I don't remember exactly. He gets a 5. He'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 to there. Initiative. It's mine. I'll have the 6 Missouri march. Here's movement. 8. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 to there. Initiative. Yours.
Well, why not? We'll take the first, drop them on the board at 58-20. Give them a fatigue. Initiative. Mine. We'll take them to fatigue 2. Here's movement +1. Ooh, 12.
Jeez. We have reports of wagons.
Yeah, they'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 to there. And I tell you, these roads and terrain, it's worse than this. Initiative. We'll take first 3 +1 is a 6, which is enough for, I think, a normal. But he has to roll for extend. Here's his extend. Oh, he's going to flip. Shoot.
How you feeling now?
So what is that? It's going to be your 2 manpower, so is that 2 strength then?
Yeah. So it'd be a 1 to 4.
1 to 4 attack, eh?
Yep.
I don't even have tactical. That's a -3.
Mm-hmm.
So we will not make the attack. So I rolled a 6 for movement. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to there. Initiative. That's yours.
My brilliant plan worked. Have McPherson activate Logan again. To 2. Here's movement +1. 6. Works out perfect. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Initiative. That's mine. I have the 2nd Illinois March. Here's movement. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Initiative. Mine. The 4th Iowa March. There's movement. 10. I'm gonna take the 4th Iowa back to Grand Gulf for the moment. Initiative. That's mine. Just to be on the safe side, we'll have Wagon B March. Here's movement. 2. Go 1 and 2. Initiative. Mine. I'll have 6 Missouri go to 2. Here's movement. He's just going to go there. Right. Now, there and there. Just block that. Initiative. Yours.
Okay. So I guess I'll have Loring take Buford and Tillman. Here's their movement. They go 7. I'll have Tillman go first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, he's only 2 strength. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He can just go right on top of Tillman. Initiative. Possible end of turn.
Yes. We have no modifiers this time, I don't believe. Nope. So just on a 1, we will end the turn. Nope. So that's mine. Uh, However, looking around, I think I've moved. No, I kind of want to rest and recover for a lot of these guys, so I'm going to pass.
So
Yeah,
I think it's perfectly fine for me to pass at this point and let some folks dig in and
sure.
recover as well. And yeah, I'll pass as well.
Okay. Then we have simply to do the rain the sunshine recover and see what happens. I just had too many people in and around Grand Gulf that were just
Right.
tired, and I need them a little fresher if I'm going to start building. Let us. We are right at the 2 hour mark, so this is perfect stopping time for us today, and we'll be arriving on May 11th. But let's first do our random event. So I think you did the last one, so I'll roll this one. Hopefully not get water crisis again. Here we go. For the new turn, it's an 8 Confederate movement paralysis. So that's handy. All right, and Dennis, come on, Dennis, we need you to recover, buddy. Took it on the chin for us. All right, well then we'll transition over into our session wrap up here and discussion. So if you have any notes or comments for us as we discuss this, remember, as always, that we ask that you reflect on what has occurred in the first 3 sessions thus far. Please try to avoid, giving any command advice or strategic suggestions or, hey, I can't believe you missed this. We'll figure out in the week to come that we've missed stuff. So, Roger, if you'd like to take point, if you have any thoughts or opinions about what happened today, now that we've had a second strategic cycle under our belt, what say you?
Well, I was hoping that Grand Gulf would survive, but I didn't think he would. I didn't like keeping Bowman's entire, I didn't like having 4 other manpower. I just had visions of you getting that bridge right away. I misunderstood the total. The troubles you're going to have there, but I just envisioned him getting trapped in Grand Gulf, so I decided to pull him out, and then I was able to come back and take this junction here, 4618, which created a little bit of havoc for you, and
It sure did.
and then again, having just played Battle Above the Clouds, and finally, by the end of 2 of those campaigns, getting my arms around the supply there, to get kind of not understanding that here you don't have to have a supply path from the depot. It's like, oh, that wasn't as good as it could have been. But overall, I feel things are going okay, but I do sense the avalanche that's about to come. But if I can keep you constrained between Grindstone Bridge and Floyd Cemetery, Miss Bagnell, I feel pretty comfortable.
Yeah,
But I
you've
don't
got a
know.
nice little natural choke point here between Bayou Pierre and
Yeah.
Big Black, and I yeah, I've just had lots of little teeny tiny things. That 5-1 split certainly hurt with Dennis. So I lost 2 manpower on that, and he's been laid up, but I think he's going to be relegated to Grand Gulf guard duty here.
Right.
Yeah, I was stressing about the wagons, and then it turned out, oh, you could just. Now I understand why people were saying, and the light bulb went on. Grand Gulf, that's the key, because that's Claiborne County, and you have Claiborne County, and you know. So really, the only one that still hurt was having Logan way over here, and now I understand. And I was worried about having to race these wagons way over here to try to pick up the slack. I don't need to do that now, so I think I'm just going to have them come forward and follow the army.
Right.
But
Yeah.
yeah, but having this choke point right here is just I mean I got to get Sherman up there. I got to get everybody working in concert, and we see how well that goes. Thought I could get a little sneaky up here, and then you sniff that out and threaten cutting off AJ Smith. So can't have that. And we are 1/7 of the way through the campaign. We've got 11 turns under our belt now, and yeah, I don't know from the timeline. I'll have to go back and look at the historical timeline in the notes there where Grant was approximately. I have a feeling he was probably farther up past the Willows and Rocky Spring than I am, but we'll see. We'll see. I'm not too terribly concerned at this point, but I do need to start building some force multipliers and punching through somewhere. Early on, I had this wonderfully ambitious thought of, I'll just go around. Nope. That turned out terrible. And it took 3 attempts to get that bridge right there with Sherman. So hopefully we can start funneling some stuff there. But as you said, now I can start looking at some amphibious stuff, invading perhaps upriver a little bit. But I have to figure out what I can do, where I can peel off and go upriver if I choose to. Because I don't know that I have any reinforcements coming for. Blair will arrive tomorrow. So there are possibilities.
Yeah, when your relief starts showing up, I need to read about that.
I think yeah. So that's all I've got to say about the Union today. So rest, recover. We'll see how the week goes. We know what's ahead of us, but now we turn it over to you, gentle viewers, to let your comments be heard down there in the YouTube comments section. Please take a moment, as everybody on YouTube asks you to, click the like, the subscribe button, and the little notification bell. Some people do it so fast, they're like, subscribe, and you're like, what? Okay, so if you could do that, that really helps get the visibility of this a bit. And since we've been off for a month, it'd be nice to have people anticipating. I actually got 2 or 3 people on Facebook saying, "Hey, is it today? How about today?" Every Tuesday. So we got them Pavlovianly prepared for Tuesday mornings at 9 a.m. Eastern for when these drop. So we're back on our schedule, baby. And always a pleasure, Roger. And I cannot wait until next week to see where this is all going to go.
Yeah, I am too. And I think some interesting things are not going to come into play here for the next 10 turns or so.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So, well, you have a good one, my friend, and I will see you next time.
Yep. Bye-bye.